Hello, everybody, and happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying the season as much as I am. Actually, I will be quite honest, my season so far has been a little hectic, a little chaotic. I am Marcy McKenna, in case we haven't met, and my storefront is beautifully organized by Marcy McKenna. But my day job is that I do have a line of products on HSN, the Home Shopping Network. So this time of year for me is a little bit crazy. It is, all hours of the day and night. It is just nonstop. And I just finished a show. I wanted to do this segment earlier, but my show times got changed. So I apologize if any of you were wanting to tune in earlier. And here I am 2 hours later, finally doing it. So that is the life of a home shopping person. I guess I am. Anyway, I could not be more excited about this segment because I have been passionate about finding clever hostess gifts for as long as I can remember. So for me, I really look for them all year long. And whenever I'm always have my eye out for those things because I always love when I'm going to someone's house for dinner or maybe even going for the weekend to stay with somebody. I just think it's so nice to bring a little something. And if that little something can bring a little bit of laughter, can spark a little bit of fun conversation, then that makes it even better. So those are the kinds of hostess gifts that I like to find. And after you watch this, I would invite you to browse around my storefront because in my storefront, you're going to find even more. So I picked 10 of the ones that I'm giving this holiday season and that I have been giving. Some of them I've been giving for years that I just love so much. So I would hope that you guys will look around the storefront because you'll see a lot more than what I'm going to show you here. And also, I think you'll see in my storefront, there's a lot of great gifting guides. I did a segment, was it today? I've done a couple segments on beauty products for the beauty or gifts for the beauty junkie. I've done one on easy gifting for teen girls. That one was really popular. I think to date, my most popular gift guide was easy gifts for guys. And I think that is probably because guys are a little bit hard to shop for. I think most people agree with that. So this gift guide has a lot of clever things in it. So I would invite you, when you go to my storefront, if you scroll all the way down, that's where you'll always find my most recent live segment. And then so you can watch that if you want, or you'll see a little button that says see more of Marcy's lives or something along those lines. And if you click that, you'll see the whole assortment. And so if there's some specific kind of gift you're looking for, you'll find a gift guide for it, most likely. I'm going to mute this so we don't hear that sound anymore. There we go. And it looks like I have a very special guest on this evening. Hello, Mom. I hope you've figured out how to work this. And I know she was asking how to chat when you're in here. So I'm going to just get started by saying, hi, Mom. And Mom, if you get this, then you can respond back. And you just do that like a regular text. But anyway, without any further ado, am going to get started because I have a little holiday party to go to myself this evening. In where I live on Balboa Island in Southern California, and it is a very, very magical place this time of year. There is the Newport Beach Boat Parade that happens just for a few days this time of year, and that happens to be tonight. So I am going to do this. I thought about not doing it, but then I thought, you know what? This is the time when people need hostess gifts the most right now. So I am not going to let you down. I am here to share my top 10 favorite hostess gifts or host gifts of 2021. So let's go ahead and I'll get into the carousel here. And my very first one, this could be my favorite of the whole bunch. And usually I like to save my favorite for the last, but I love this one so much. I love to talk about it so much. I love to gift it so much that I got to start with it. And that is the Magic Wand Christmas tree, or the Christmas tree Magic Wand. I don't know if any of you have tried this or if any of you have it, but it is so much fun. Somebody gifted it to me. Actually, my sister-in-law, Tammy, gifted this to me years ago. And we had so much fun that entire night that she gave it to us that I right away in my mind, I thought, that could be the best hostess gift I've ever received. And so I love giving it to anyone and everyone during the holidays. What it is if you haven't ever seen it, It comes with these 2 pieces. So you get this plug. It's going to plug into the wall. You're going to plug your Christmas tree right in here. You're going to put batteries in your magic wand. And then, just like magic, you're going to point it at the Christmas tree and you're going to press this button right here. And let's see if I can do it right at you. And when you do that, the tree is going to magically light up. And when you want to turn it off, you go press the other button. There's 2 buttons. And then the tree magically unlights. It is so much fun and everybody's eyes light up. It is so fabulous. And the greatest thing about this is it doesn't matter how old you are. Little kids, it's so cute. They really do think that this is magic. And the fact that the tree can light up like that quickly just when they press that button, they can't believe their eyes. And then adults, after they've had a couple holiday cocktails, or even if they haven't had any holiday cocktails, I mean, they feel so powerful. The fact that they can wave their wand and turn on and turn off the Christmas tree. So it is so much fun to gift this. I cannot recommend it enough. It comes in a cute little box. It's a great price point. You will be the hero at whatever holiday party you go to. I gave this to one of my very good friends last year, Stephanie, and she is somebody that has, she's one of those that's really hard to buy for because she kind of has everything. And so what do you get the girl that has everything? I cannot tell you the fun she has had with this. And she's got 3 kids that are teenagers and I don't know who's having more fun with it. Everybody is. So anyway, I think she would probably tell you this was her favorite Hostess gift she's ever received. No offense to anybody else that's given her something else, but I think this one is the hit. So that's number 1. Moving on to number 2. This one to me is really fun also. I have never gifted this one, but when I discovered it, I feel like maybe I've seen it somewhere, but I studied it a little more and I just thought, we all bring the good old bottle of wine when we go to somebody's house for dinner. But why not bring it in, as you're seeing in the carousel, a wine bottle puzzle, that the only way to get to the wine and open it and drink it is to solve the puzzle. And so that is what you're seeing here. So it is this really beautifully constructed. I have to say, it feels very expensive and very, it feels handcrafted, yet so beautifully done. I'm going to bring it up to the camera. So I haven't even put a bottle of wine in it yet, but it comes with very, very specific instructions on how to put the wine in and, how to build the contraption that you're seeing there in the carousel. And so I think rather than just bring a bottle of wine, why not add a little something extra to it? And this becomes a fun thing that everybody can kind of work on at the party and a fun little conversation piece. And it's something that can be done over and over again. And then, of course, you could always regift it. But it's also something that you could start every one of your dinner parties with. And so maybe you're buying it for yourself. And then when everybody shows up, they want to drink wine, they have to figure out the puzzle to be able to drink it. So I thought this was super clever, really fun gift to give. And when it showed up in the mail and I saw the quality of it, I was so happy because I was worried that it was going to be really gimmicky and not good quality. Not the case at all. It's beautiful. And it feels very substantial in your hand. It's really, really nicely done. And I do want to hit on that point for a second. I want you to know, if you're new to my live segments, that I am very particular about the products that I feature on my Amazon Live. I will only show you products that I personally have touched, seen, used, that I authentically love, that I either have gifted or used myself, and that I feel are really great quality and that I would continue to use myself. So I feel like Amazon sometimes can be filled with so many copycat products. There's so many of the same thing. How do you know which one's good quality and which one's not? I'm sure there's a million of these puzzles, but how do I know when it shows up that it's not going to be like a hollow piece of junk versus something like this? So I pride myself on, it's kind of my goal with what I'm doing, is to be able to make that whole shopping process easier for you. And so to give you that peace of mind that when I recommend something, it's authentic and it's, really comes from me because I'm using it and loving it. So that was a little side tangent there, but I will, while I'm having that side tangent, I do want to invite you to follow my storefront if you haven't already. And by doing that, the only thing that's going to happen is when I go live with segments like this, you'll always be notified. Marcy's live doing Hostess Gift Hot List. You can choose to either join or not, up to you. But at least you know it's there. So I would love for you to follow and just know that I'm having so much fun being an Amazon influencer and doing these live segments. So I'm constantly updating my store to bring you the best of the best of the best of all the different categories. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Moving on. Okay, this was actually a book that I had bought to give someone as a hostess gift. And I actually didn't buy it on Amazon. I found it in a really high-end gift store that I love. That's kind of my go-to little boutique store near where I live. And I thought, I hope they have it on Amazon because I love this book so much that I wanted to be able to talk to you guys about it. But really, I can only talk about Amazon stuff here. So I went home, got on my computer, and lo and behold, there it was. So this is called On Boards, and it's simple and inspiring recipe ideas to share at every gathering. So when I think of going to somebody's dinner party, I think this is just such an appropriate, fun, and useful gift to give. And really, anyone that knows me, I love my cheese and crackers. I love my charcuterie platters, with fruits and nuts and cheeses and all of that. But for so long, I struggled to make them look great. I tried. I wanted to be that, Marcy Stewart is my nickname. So I would try to make them look so elegant like a caterer did it. But this book actually makes it easy to look like a caterer did it. And it teaches you how to really entertain like a pro. But I love, from a gifting standpoint, it talks about all the different kinds of cheeses and different kinds of accompaniments that you can use, the different kinds of meats and appetizers and boards from, when I say boards, so that would be like a charcuterie board with cheeses and meats. But what I love is it runs the gamut. So it could be breakfast or brunch. It could be lunch. It could be a dessert board, all different kinds. And the pictures are gorgeous. The tips are amazing. I mean, just to open it to this one. I mean, it's so pretty. Every one of them. So this to me is a book you want to get for yourself. Definitely. It's a great price point, but I ended up buying 6 of them, to be honest, because to me, this is just an easy gift to give for birthdays, for holiday, for anything, but especially to me, a hostess gift. I think this is a really thoughtful gift. So there you have it. That is number 3. Okay. This one to me is genius from a comedic standpoint. I thought this was so, so funny. And I hope I don't offend anyone. And I can't believe my mom is on here, I do believe. So I might offend you, Mom. Sorry. But I thought this was so much fun. So these are, as you're seeing in the carousel, wine condoms. Yes, you read that correctly. Yes, you saw that correctly. What I love is that it comes in a very high-end, luxe-looking box. So it makes a great little gift. And it's funny, every time I give it to someone, they look at it and they scratch their head and they're trying to figure out, what does that mean, a wine condom? And some of the things that people come up with, pretty funny. Some people get it right away. Some people, it takes them a while. So what it basically is, you look inside the box, they look just like condoms. And the fact is they really are condoms, so to speak. But they're designed for wine bottles. So if you don't finish the bottle of wine, you just put this little rubber condom on top of the wine to keep it fresh for a few days. And evidently, as the story goes, and I might get this wrong, but I'm going to try. As the story goes, it was a teenage boy or something, and his mom, he had opened the wine and he needed a solution because he had thrown away the cork and he was going to get in trouble. So he said, I have a condom. Let's use a condom. So hence, wine condoms were born from that moment. And he is absolutely killing it with this product because so many people find the humor in this as much as I do. And I think it's such a fun gift to give to people. And it always gets people laughing right out of the gate and starts the party or the dinner off in a really fun way. And yes, it's a little, maybe not appropriate for some people, but I think we can all learn to laugh at that and have fun with it. We should. If we can't, we should. wine condoms. There you have it. Okay, the next one. If you've seen any of my lives, you may have seen this one before because I'm diehard with this product and I gift this for so many reasons. This is really a gift that I usually give to guys, and it is by a company that I love so much because they're such a quality company from the packaging to the presentation to the parts and every product that I lift up of theirs and put in your hand. It just feels like quality. You just know that it's quality. And this one is no different. This is called the Corksicle. You're seeing it there in the carousel right there. There you go. And again, the packaging is so nice. So I wanted to show you the box because it's a really nice presentation when you show up at somebody's house with that. And the Corksicle just sits right in here. But what it is it's a bottle opener, essentially. So that means that if you were to have a cold beer bottle here, you basically put this on top, and I'm going to bring it close here, and you're going to hear it. Just by doing that, it's going to grab that bottle cap and immediately pull it off. And it's so much fun to do that you're going to want to open a whole bunch of bottles. Don't do that at home. Just do the one bottle at a time. But it really is such a fun gift. Guys go crazy for this. So maybe you're going to a Super Bowl party. Maybe you're going to a holiday party and there is a host instead of a hostess. Such a great item because, again, it's that conversation starter. If people haven't seen it before, they go crazy for this. And my son is off in college, and a lot of his buddies drink wine. No, they don't drink wine. They drink beer. And so I did gift this to a lot of his college buddies, and they all love it. So this is one of those items that, again, I can keep a whole bunch of them in my closet. And whatever the occasion is, when I need a gift for a guy in a pinch, you cannot go wrong with the Corksicle Decapitator. I love it. And again, the company itself, the people behind it, they're phenomenal. So cannot sing their praises enough. Okay, moving on to the next one. This one I love so much because if anyone on here knows me, they know that I am a dog person through and through, and specifically a lab person. I'm a lab mom. I have a black lab named Coco, and she is my best friend. She's so wonderful. But this is a little wine aerator / stopper. You're seeing there. And it is, so if you're going to somebody's house that is a lab lover or a lab owner, this would be a really fun gift to give. So as I said, it's a wine stopper or aerator. But what's so fun about it, so you're seeing there the aeration element, is that you keep it inside the wine bottle, and when you pour it, the wine comes out of the dog's mouth. It's so cute. And again, when you touch it and you feel it, it's really high quality. So it's something that when you gift it, you can feel really good about knowing that it feels like it's going to be a collector's piece that you're going to keep for a really, really long time and maybe pass down. And that they have many of them, not just dogs. They have a deer, which I think is so fun for holiday. But being the dog person that I am, that's the one I wanted to show you guys. But they do really have a fun collection of all different ones. So I do encourage you to go take a look at all of theirs. But that's my fave. And I have gifted it one time, and it made them so happy because to me, it's like, it's kind of telling the host and hostess that you get them and you know what's important to them and you know that they're dog lovers. So I think that's kind of a special gift to give. Okay, so moving on to this one. This is something I bought for myself. I had never seen it before from this company, and I am so in love with it that right away I thought, oh my gosh, I thought of so many people I wanted to gift it to. And I think the price point makes it a great host or hostess gift. If you know the company Nest, to know them is to love them, because all of their fragrances, it's one of my very favorite home fragrance companies on the planet. I'm a big grapefruit girl. I love grapefruit. I love the smell of it. I love the taste of it. I love it. And so this particular one that I bought for myself is grapefruit. Shocker. And it smells so good. But what I love about it as a gift is that it's different from a diffuser that we're so used to seeing, the traditional ones. This one instead plugs into the wall. But because it's by Nest, of course, it's very sleek and modern and pretty. So it's really nicely done. And then you'll see the plug on the back. So I think it's kind of unique. It's just a little bit different than what they are typically used to seeing. And then there's the fragrance in there. And the box is so pretty. You just need to put a bow on it or nothing at all. And then inside, you'll see that there is, comes with the instructions. The fragrance sits right here, and then the diffuser sits right here, and it just looks really nice. So to me, this is just a very, somebody that maybe you wouldn't feel good about giving wine condoms to, someone that might be a little more on the straight and narrow, if we should say that. We can say that. I don't know what's the right word for that. But anyway, so I love that. The scent, you'll love it. Oh my gosh. It's not overpowering. It's subtle, but it's so, when I open the door to my house and I walk in and I smell that grapefruit, I'm just so happy to be home. It's so wonderful. Okay, this next one, I love gifting games. As you saw from the wine puzzle right here, I think games I love games, period. And anybody that knows me knows that. I'm a game junkie. My favorite one, by the way, just a little side note, is Code Names. If you've never played Code Names, you must get it. It's so great. I should have it in the carousel because it would be a great host gift if you're going to a family house. But it's so fun. Anyway, this one is not Codename. This is called Pricestitution. So this is another little bit of a kind of a racier item to give, but really fun and a conversation starter for sure. And it's something that you can play that night, or it's something that they can have fun with later. So either way. But what I like about it is I like that there is a great story behind it, in the sense that this was a big hit on Shark Tank. Evidently 4 of the sharks were fighting over it. So the concept behind it is, how much money would it take you to XYZ? And then everyone at the party figures out, kind of guesses how much money it would take that person to XYZ. And I'll just read you a couple of them. How much money would it take you to press the flight attendant button 8 times on a flight? And these are the cute little cards. How much money would it take me to not shave any part of my body for a year? That is scary. So anyway, from what I've been told, I haven't played it yet, to be honest, but from what I've told people say that it gets really, really fun. I think I'd probably pick the 2 most tame cards in here. But I think you could have a lot of fun with this. And I like the box. Just I picture putting a silver or gold bow on it and bringing this as a hostess gift is great. Comes with the little pencils inside. It's really nicely done. And also the pieces of paper. I think this would be a fun gift to give teenagers also. So thinking outside the box as far as not just hostess gifts, but they would have a lot of fun with it. So evidently, like I said, big hit on Shark Tank. So I'm assuming that it's going to be a lot of fun to play, and I look forward to doing that this holiday season. Okay, the next one, this again is by Corksicle, and I'm going to start by showing you the box because the presentation is so pretty. And again, this is one, put a red bow on top and call it a day. But usually when I gift this, I put it in a wine bag. So this is called the Corksicle Air. And if you haven't seen it, this is something that I have been gifting for 5 or 6 years probably. And it's always such a hit. And in fact, people usually contact me after to ask where I got it because they want to gift it to other people. So especially white wine drinkers, but also red wine drinkers. In fact, I kind of like it more for red wine than white wine. And it's like this, and it has a gel inside that freezes. So you just put it in the freezer until it's frozen. And then the idea is that you stick it inside your wine bottle and it chills the wine from the inside out, and it keeps it cold the entire time that you're drinking it or serving it. And this particular one, they have different models, but the Corkscale Air is the one that I love the most because it does have the aeration element to it that people really appreciate. So it does aerate your wine. So it's great not only for white wines, but a lot of people don't realize that red wine should be served at about 60 degrees. And typically room temperature is more like 72 degrees. So it's nice to put this into a bottle of red wine to get it to that perfect serving temperature. And then you also have, again, that aeration element. And then so when you want to serve the wine, you just take off the top of the cork like that. And this actually stays inside the wine and you pour it just like so. And it comes right out of the spout. So I think this is so clever. And, whether you're going to the beach with a bottle of wine or the park or the pool or or you're just having the wine on your table and you want it to stay cold without a big clunky ice bucket, this is a great solution. So, at that price point, it used to be a much higher price point. So I love that they've come down on that, because to me, under $25 is a great price point for these, Hostess type gifts. So this is always a hit. I have never given it to someone who didn't love, love, love it. And what I love is when I go to their house again, or I see them again, they're using it. Like, they really get use out of it. And I would say store it in the box, but you really should store it in the freezer for the best use out of it. Okay. And again, if anybody has questions or you want to see a product closer, anything at all, just let me know. Just chime into the chat and I will do my best to answer. But, okay. The next one. Oh, I forgot to put one in there. I just realized, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. First, I'm going to show you this one, and then I'm going to show you one more because I kind of fell in love with it. This is kind of similar to my onboards book that I love. That's all about, appetizer, cheese and charcuterie boards, things like that. This one is called The Art of the Barkheart. So if you're going to a cocktail party, I think this is a really fun hostess gift to give. It's The Art of the Barkheart, styling and recipes. And it feels really luxe. It feels expensive. It's one of those really nicely done books. So it is very giftable. I'm certain they had that in mind when they made it. The pictures are beautiful, very colorful. And what I love, I'm showing you this one right here that I just opened it to. Clearly, this is a kid's party, right? And so it's not just a cocktail party, but creating bar carts for any occasion, as sort of a drink station of sorts. And so showing you not only like the styling of it, but what to put in it. Like, do you want to do a mimosa cart, or maybe it's a Bloody Mary cart, or let's see what else. There's so many fun ones. And then what are you doing the cart on? Is it a credenza that you're going to be using? And then it gives you some, different ideas for styling that. So there's an Italian cart. I mean, I had so much fun looking through this when I first got it. There's the tray cart. So maybe you don't have a big cart area and you just want to create really great serving trays in that way. It'll spark so many great ideas. And I think anyone would love getting this. It's so fun to look through. You want to look through every single page and it gives you so many fun ideas. So if you're going to somebody's house who loves to entertain, this will be a hit. Now, I think that's the last. Yes, that's the last one in my carousel. However, I do want to show you one more that I'm hoping my kids aren't on here, because I did get this for them for their stockings. But then the more I thought about it, the more I thought, this is a great hostess gift too. So this is a little milk frother. But they have so many fun colors and textures. This is the walnut. My kids love coffee all of a sudden. I wish they didn't, but they do. I'm trying to keep them on the decaf side of things. But, the cappuccinos and the lattes and then I have a son who doesn't love coffee, but he loves hot chocolate. And so to be able to create that frothy milk, this is super lightweight. It just takes 2 AA batteries, but this boy is so powerful. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really powerful. And so you just put milk into, ideally, a metal cup, but any cup is fine. And then you're just going to depress the top button for about between 15 and 45 seconds, depending on how frothy you want it. And then a little tip is, I get the best result if you tilt it about 45 degrees. That seems to be the best way to do it. So again, this, because it's not the carousel, I don't know the price, but it's not a lot. So it's a really easy giftable thing. And I think when you're going to a dinner party, most of the time, or even if it's a brunch, usually there's coffee served at some point. So I think this is kind of a thoughtful, fun little gift. And it comes with this little stand that you're seeing here. So my son who's in college really likes coffee. So this is going to be perfect for him. And I feel like the walnut looks really manly, I guess I should say. So anyway, those are my holiday hostess gift picks of the year. And as I said, there are many more in my storefront. So if you haven't already visited, I would love for you to do that and browse around and let me know what you like. I'm going to do a quick recap for people that may have just popped on. And there's not too many, so it'll take just a second. But I think there's some good ones here. So I do want to show you. This is my number one for sure. This is my Christmas tree magic wand. Comes with the outlet. You plug the Christmas tree lights in here, and you've got batteries in here, and you just boom, and your tree will magically light up. And then when you want to turn it off, you press the other button, and it's going to magically shut down. And it is such a hit. So much fun. Kids, adults, everybody has so much fun. And it becomes such a tradition in the household that you bring it to where, I mean, just for me, we just did our tree the other night, and my son Colin was like, "Where's the wand?" And right away. He always goes right for the wand. And who gets to do the honors of lighting the Christmas tree? So this is a really fun gift that you cannot miss with when you're going, if you're going to somebody's house for Christmas Eve or Christmas morning, or any time in between. You will be the hero if you show up with that one. The next one, I was saying we all bring that traditional bottle of wine when we go to somebody's house for a dinner party or cocktail party, but why not bring it in something like this? So this is a wine bottle puzzle. And as I said, there's probably a lot of these on Amazon. I really look for the best of the best ones that I can feel really good about sharing with you guys. And this one came, and it is so gorgeous. It's actually so beautifully done. Really high-end feeling, looking, craftsmanship. I love it. My dad is an architect and builder extraordinaire, and I'm so excited to give this to him because, and he loves wine. So to put a bottle of wine in here, the puzzle, there's instructions for how to put the puzzle together, and the only way to drink the wine is to get through the puzzle. So it's such a great conversation piece at any dinner party. So much fun. And then the next one is On Board, and that is the book here that I showed you guys. Beautiful pictures, but it shows you how to look like a caterer did your party, even though you did your party. And you're saving a lot of money by doing it yourself. But it's, everybody's always trying to figure out how to make those charcuterie boards look beautiful, or the crudité. Pretty fancy words tonight. But this it shows you gorgeous pictures. It tells you how to do it. It talks to you about the best ingredients to mix and match with what. So this to me is something that you really want for yourself if you like to entertain at all. But it's such a hit for when you're going to somebody's house, because if they're having you over, then they must like to entertain at least a little bit. So this is a really fun book, and it's beautiful, nicely done. Can't go wrong with that one. That's one that I would pick up a few of those and have them on hand. I did pick up a few, 6 to be exact. Okay, the next one. This is my fun one that I'm hoping my mom might have gotten off because I don't know how she would feel about this one. But these are my wine condoms. I love the box. I love the packaging, and I have so much fun gifting these. My husband laughs at me because I keep gifting them, and I think it's so funny. And so inside are these little condoms. And they are designed to go over the top of the wine if you don't finish the bottle to keep it fresh for a few days. And so it's really more about the humor, but evidently it does the job for a few days. So why not try it? So these are always, gets everybody laughing right when you show up and gets the party started in such a fun way. So I love these. And the next one is my Decapitator, which comes in this, and this is a bottle opener. And not just your ordinary bottle opener, though. It has a very fancy magnetic contraption inside that when you depress it, I don't know if you can hear that, but I always try to show it and I go backwards. And just by touching the top and pushing it down, it is going to grab the bottle cap and immediately pull it off. And it's such a wow. Everyone's like, what? How did it do that? And so they want to keep opening more and more bottles. And that can get dangerous and expensive. But it's always a hit. This is for any guy, for any occasion. You can't go wrong. This was a big graduation gift that I gave, assuming that someday those boys would probably drink beer when they got to college. So I know I shouldn't have done that, but I did. And then the next one is I am a big lab fan. I have my dog, Coco, love of my life. And this is a wine stopper / aerator that is shaped like a lab. It kind of looks like my Coco. But what's fun is when it's in the bottle, the wine actually pours out of the mouth of the dog. So I think that's so clever and such a cute gift. And it comes in a beautiful box that you can, again, just put a bow on and go. And they have much more than just labs. They have all kinds of animals, including a deer, which I think is great for holiday. So it's a great collection. So definitely take a look at that. And then Nest is probably my favorite home fragrance company that there is. And I love this because it's just a little outside of the box from the traditional home diffusers, because this one actually plugs into the wall. And so it's very sleek and modern looking. So it's a really pretty presentation, but the magic is in the scent. Oh my God. This one is grapefruit, and it is my favorite scent. It smells so good. You can't believe it. Can't recommend that one enough. This is my first time using it, and I don't know how long it's going to last. I'm hoping, it seems like it's going to last a long time. I'm hoping it does. I'll have to report back on that. And then the next one is a fun little conversation starter game to bring. Again, little bow on top, called Pricestitution. This was a big hit on Shark Tank. So evidently 4 of the sharks were fighting over it. And so it's just a fun kind of party game to play that gets everybody talking and laughing and betting on each other and so forth. So I think it's kind of Christmassy box and just a fun way to start a party. Or start an event. And then the Corkscale Aerator, another product by one of my favorite companies. And that is essentially a wine chiller and aerator in one. And it's something they can just put in the freezer. And once this is frozen, put it inside the bottle, and it's going to chill both your reds and your whites from the inside out. And most people, I was saying, don't realize that with red wine, you think we want red wine to be room temperature. It's technically supposed to be served at 60 degrees is the optimal. So this chills it to that kind of perfectly. And then you just take the top off and you leave this in the bottle and you pour it, and it aerates through here and comes out of the bottle there. So this is always a big hit with wine drinkers, but really anybody. Just to be able to have, on the go, to have your wine stay chilled, especially white wine drinkers love it. And then the last one that you're seeing there is the Barkheart Book. And it's beautiful. And the different, the styling of the Barkhearts and what to serve at different occasions on your Barkheart. If you want to do Bloody Marys or mimosas or, oh my gosh, like the old fashions and I don't know. I'm not too up on all that stuff, but I do love and appreciate bars at parties and events and how beautifully done that they can be. And just the way that they're styled and the different way that they're laid out is just, it can be a really special part of an event, and it can really elevate that experience. And so to have a book like this and to be able to bring a book like this as a gift to somebody that's having a cocktail party, I think they would really appreciate that. And this is another one where you kind of want one for yourself too. So that is all. And with that, I need to get to the Newport Beach Boat Parade before I get in big trouble. And I'll have to choose which one of these Hostess gifts I should be bringing to the boat that I'm supposed to be going on. I don't know. You'll have to tune in to find out. I'll tell you tomorrow which one I picked. So thank you guys so much for being here. And if you haven't already followed my storefront, I would love for you to do that and browse around, because I think it'll make your gift giving this season really easy, because I have done all the heavy lifting for you. I picked some really great items. I've tried them all out. I love them all. And I'm just having a ball doing this. This is becoming a really big passion of mine. So I appreciate that you are here, and I hope you come back sometime very soon. And if not, and even if so, happy holidays. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.